Hi, I'm Jenny Bowman.
We're the Olson family.
So my name is Troy Olson. I live in North Idaho.
Have 3 sons and a daughter.
I live in northern Utah.
We've been married for a little over 50 years.
I am married, have 4 kids. They all came to us through foster care and adoption.
Married my high school sweetheart, and we now have 3 kids, a 6-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 2-month-old, so life is crazy.
So the only thing he left out about our family is we have 18 grandchildren, which I'm very proud of, and 5 great-grandchildren, so.
Family history and genealogy has always been just kind of really native and really familiar to me. I think what changed it was just back a few years ago, I think it was in 2017 or 2018, both my parents took DNA tests.
We came to know Jenny because our son had tested his DNA and I was just interested in it, so decided I wanted to just do that just for fun and ask him if he wanted to, and he agreed to it. So it's probably been about 4 years ago we got our DNA tested.
And a few months after they took a DNA test, my dad got a message. They had done their DNA test through Ancestry.com and got a message, and it was this lady named Jenny, and she was trying to figure out who her birth parents were. She had no clue, but my dad came up as like a 3rd cousin.
My whole life, I just always wanted to meet my birth family and kind of never thought that it would happen, but then AncestryDNA came along and, DNA kits, and after that, things started to fall in place, and we ended up finding them.
I got an email from Jenny asking if we would be willing to look at her
non-identifying information, some just demographic information about her birth parents.
And help her find her birth mother is who she was really looking for.
She's like, can I possibly send that to you to see if, anybody comes to mind that maybe fits these details?
That was just exciting. I was like a 6-year-old being invited to a birthday party. It's like, yeah.
Troy's mother said, we'd really like to join up in an email, so we started emailing back and forth. And once me and Troy and Diane started messaging each other, I just basically threw all of the information that I had, which is a teeny little paperwork packet of physical characteristics and what my birth mom's parents did for occupations. And that was one of those was her dad was a county clerk.
One thing I think was interesting to us is when she put the request in, she said that she felt that she must have been related to me, and that's what she said. I was her cousin.
Troy's mom, because we were 3rd relatives, had this family book that somebody had written about their family line way long ago. She's like, we've never looked at it. It was sat on our shelves, but it kept coming to her mind.
I have a book here of my great-grandfather. His name was Morris Moritzen.
Diane had looked through that family book that was kind of a free-for-all. Like, it could be in there, it could not.
And so I went to their page and looked at their page.
But she felt prompted to go to this one page.
And then the very next page I turned to, here was all that information just written out.
And it actually was my birth father's page.
And I believed then, and I believe now that I was led to that page.
There were specific times where both my mom and I felt that her grandpa, who had passed away, was helping and guiding our work.
And that whole weekend, I could feel the presence of Jenny's grandfather with me.
So we felt a lot throughout the process that the other side was helping us find out this information. So it actually took us 3 months, and that is super short in this sort of thing.
We knew that he was a county clerk. So a little detail like that, when you're trying to take a family and get it to fit all the details, like something like that is like, okay, not a lot of people are county clerks. And once we found that detail, it was just a flood of confirmation.
We ended up finding my birth mom's mother's headstone. So she had passed away, and we found the back of her headstone and all these names of her and her siblings lined up with the years.
That month was so exciting. I can't even tell you how, it was just like ups and downs and roller coasters and going down rabbit holes and like being like, oh no, like sad, and then these high highs.
The day that Troy actually found her current last name and called her.
To just be able to make that phone call and hear the birth mother's voice.
And, he recorded the phone call and said, trying to help this girl who's trying to find her birth family. This is the date of her adoption. Do you know anything about that? And she's
kind of like, I expected this day.
So to have that confirmation was like, oh my gosh. It's a whole lifetime buildup to just that one moment, and it was pretty intense.
And at the end of this experience, all three of us, Jenni, my mom, and me, were just like, this was amazing. Like, we want to do it again. Over here, above my whiteboard, I've got a couple pictures. So this is from the last year, several cases that I worked on, and this is them meeting their birth parent for the first time. So this picture that's Jenni meeting her birth mom for the first time. It was just amazing to be able to get in contact with these people and help them. And I literally come over here and look at these pictures, and my batteries get recharged, and I know there's more people like this, more happy moments like this out there just waiting to happen. So it definitely keeps me going.